We've got shocking new traitors to our homeland today. USAA is committing treason to the American job market. We've got this story here. Veterans accuse USAA of plans to outsource most jobs to India. This is coming from the Neon White Rabbit account, who got an insider communication showing that 80% of the jobs by 2030 are going to be outsourced to India, with 20% staying here on visas. Yes, they're literally deporting all the jobs and then giving the jobs here to foreigners. They're literally removing all the Americans. According to the leak here, they're removing all the American jobs and giving them to Indians. This has resulted in a massive backlash. Do not follow for this post down here. I'll address that in a bit. This is resulting in massive backlash with people saying that they're canceling their accounts. This guy is showing that he can't even find his own name under USAA due to a software error. But the people are canceling their accounts, calling them out. I stopped banking with them, according to this guy. Time to end USAA. This has resulted in huge backlash, and this all is coming after another insane week, as all weeks apparently, of more jobs being given to overseas workers, H1b workers, visa and other visa workers, and outsourcing. We've got this one from jobs.now. Ancestry has moved on their special hidden jobs board buried in their website. They're running them through classifieds. If you're not familiar with this scam here, what they're doing is that they're putting the listings for jobs into newspapers that no one can find and putting them in the back section so that nobody knows to look for them. They then communicate the job over to someone else, the location to find it, where they can apply. That's why you see send resume for a software engineer to the immigration email at ancestry.com. If you guys aren't familiar, by the way, jobs.now, you can go to this website and apply for jobs on their website according to the instructions, and it will completely disenfranchise foreign workers. But we got another one here. A dude says his warehouse completely only hired foreigners, complaining when is ICE going to come to Amazon, saying literally 80% migrants. I read through this. I encourage you to go grab this. This is from Wall Street Apes. Complaining that ICE needs to come into Amazon because literally everyone's being hired there is more foreigners. We then got another one. These are the biggest, most notable ones that I saw, but there are plenty of these. A Cincinnati, Ohio firm. This guy bragging on LinkedIn, committing a felony, telling people that he's only hiring H1b candidates. And then another one, this guy openly bragging that he's going to commit visa fraud, saying I was applying for H1b. I'm jumping to O1. Wait, what? You can't do that. That's not how that works. This has gone insane. There's tons of these. This is coming all after, as I promised, this post right here. This guy, fallen for it. The White House recently stated that reading through the post here, the abuse of the H1B program is a national security threat. Domestic law enforcement agencies have identified and investigated H1B reliant outsourcing companies for engaging in visa fraud, conspiracy to launder money, so on and so forth. And they ended up finding the results of this was that more than 90% of people here on visas were fraudulent. And what's happening? Sorry to black pill you a little bit. I never black pill. Wait till the end of the episode. I'm going to tell you how to deal with this. these companies have completely ignored this. They don't see the White House as a threat at all. They don't see this as a message to stop. They're not taking these statements from the White House seriously. The White House is cracked down. They announced this and it went radio silent. We haven't seen any moves. This just goes to unfortunately show that these businesses, USAA, I should mention, is if you're not familiar, this is a company that is specifically prioritized towards veterans. They've only had two CEOs, among which were recent, that weren't veterans. They have massive lists of veterans, and there's a whole bunch of veterans benefits, specifically through USAA. They never cared about Americans. They didn't care about the veterans. Obviously, they wouldn't, or they would be prioritizing veterans instead of people overseas. These businesses don't care. They don't care about the country. They don't care about our homeland. They don't care about anything about America. And I suspect it's a lot because these companies have been infiltrated and taken over by these foreigners. They've been taken over by massive amounts of people who don't care about the country, who just seek to extract and destroy the United States, and they want to own everything that we've built here in the United States and destroy it, and send the loot of the United States overseas. They don't care, and whatever Americanness in these companies existed has been systematically destroyed. But like I said, we don't black pill. We don't do any of these pills. We live in reality over here. We see these things as opportunities to start repairing the country. We see reality for what it is, and we see the information as an opportunity to start fixing things. We don't sit here and sit in doom and gloom. All of these things, they take lots of time. Remember, the boomers completely pearl clutch and death grip the United States. They're not giving up. And so it takes a generation to disappear for us to take over. So the problems, we are winning. We are completely winning, but you just need endurance. As for how you pilot this, how you manage this in the modern world, I encourage you to check out a recent episode I did on cheating. I recently did an episode on that, explaining that when you get to malicious actors like this, you have to recognize that they are not operating on a fair playing field, and you need to recognize that the reality is they've changed the rules, and you need to see it as they have changed the rules. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to recognize how they're operating, and I want you to I want you to analyze it, and I want you to use that to build a strategy to use their own rules against them. That doesn't mean copying and pasting. That means recognizing what they're doing and using that to disenfranchise them. It's perfectly acceptable if you cluster them in a certain area, if you have to hire a certain amount of outsourcing, you could put them all on the same team, and then just, coincidentally they struggle, maybe you should just disband that specific team and rehire, or however you do it. Understand the rules they're playing by and exploit that to achieve success, to bring your homeland back, to repair your American bloodline and fix this nation. So we never scream doom. We analyze the problem and we fix it. I want you to absolutely dominate them. If you guys like what I'm saying, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you don't like what I'm saying, you're wrong, and you should hit the follow button and subscribe button so that you can learn the correct opinions. I will catch you all later.